The concept of Jesus wanting individuals to be wealthy is often met with skepticism and controversy. Many people believe that wealth and Christianity are mutually exclusive, and that pursuing riches is contradictory to the teachings of Jesus. However, a closer examination of the Bible reveals that Jesus' message is not about abandoning material possessions or living in poverty, but rather about cultivating a healthy relationship with wealth and using it to glorify God. In the book of Genesis, it is stated that God created humanity in his own image and gave us dominion over the earth. This dominion includes the ability to create, innovate, and accumulate wealth. The Bible also teaches that God wants us to prosper and live an abundant life. In 3 John 1:2, the Apostle John writes, "Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth." This verse suggests that God's desire for us is to experience prosperity in all areas of our lives, including our financial well-being. Jesus' teachings also emphasize the importance of stewardship and responsible management of resources. In the parable of the talents, Jesus commends the servants who invest their master's money wisely and generate a return, while condemning the servant who buries his talent and fails to produce any income. This parable illustrates that Jesus values initiative, hard work, and smart financial decisions. He wants us to be good stewards of the resources he has given us, which includes our time, talent, and treasure. Furthermore, wealth can be a tool for advancing God's kingdom and spreading the gospel. When we have an abundance of resources, we are able to support missionaries, fund charitable causes, and bless those in need. The Bible teaches that we are to be generous and willing to share our wealth with others. In Acts 2:45, the early Christian church is described as selling their possessions and giving to anyone who had need. This example demonstrates that wealth can be used to build community and demonstrate the love of Christ to those around us. It is also important to note that Jesus' teachings are not about accumulating wealth for personal gain or selfish desires. Rather, he emphasizes the importance of having a heart that is focused on God and using our resources to serve others. In Matthew 6:24, Jesus says, "No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money." This verse highlights the need to prioritize our relationship with God above our pursuit of wealth. In addition, the Bible teaches that true wealth is not just about material possessions, but also about spiritual riches. In Ephesians 3:16, the Apostle Paul writes, "I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you with power through his Spirit in your inner being." This verse suggests that true wealth is not just about accumulating riches, but also about experiencing the power and presence of God in our lives. When we have a deep and intimate relationship with God, we are able to experience a sense of wealth and abundance that goes beyond material possessions. In conclusion, Jesus' teaching suggests that he wants us to be wealthy, but not in the way that the world defines wealth. He wants us to experience prosperity and abundance in all areas of our lives, including our financial well-being. However, this wealth is not an end in itself, but rather a means to an end. It is a tool for advancing God's kingdom, spreading the gospel, and demonstrating the love of Christ to those around us. When we have a healthy relationship with wealth and use it to glorify God, we are able to experience true riches and live a life that is pleasing to him. Ultimately, Jesus' desire for us is to live a life that is marked by wisdom, generosity, and the deep love for God and others.